Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism for Jamaica.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for taking a moment to speak to Breaking Travel News today. We're here in ITB Berlin, the largest trade show in the world. How important is it for you, as the Minister of Tourism for Jamaica, to be here showcasing your offering?
Well, first of all, showcase like these are vital, not just because it brings partners together, but it really provides a good opportunity for exchange and for contracts to be written, which is very important. But the interplay of best practices and methods of operating and market arrangements and new airlines and technology and all of that has become part of what this trade show is. It's no longer just a matter of buyers and sellers getting together. It's a whole big opportunity for development of thought and for exchange of best practices. And I think that is the big plus that this world's largest trade show is offering.
The last time we spoke was out in Jamaica for the United Nations World Tourism Organization event that you hosted that looked quite closely at sustainability in the tourism industry. What were the outcomes from that show?
Well, there are three main outcomes. Of course, we have the Declaration of Montego Bay, which is a 15-point declaration. But the three principal outcomes that have a sustainable impact and legacy dimension is the establishment of a global tourism resilience and crisis management center, along with an observatory. And that, as the number one take from the conference, is central, I think, to building the capacity of small and medium countries that are tourism dependent to be able to have information about global disruptions and how they're going to affect their economies, how to mitigate against these mega events, particularly climatic and seismic events, pandemics, and how to manage when they strike, and how to recover and recover fast. And I think that because tourism has the potential to become that agent of rapid recovery after an economic disaster or a disaster of any sort in countries, then tourism should become the institutional mechanism too. And the building out of a resilience center would be a far way in getting that level of support that are lacking in small and medium-sized countries.
I know another issue that's very close to your heart is tourism leakage and your concerns over the money that flows into Jamaica then leaving again. What can you do to address those concerns?
Well, tourism has been a fast-growing economic activity, and the rate of this growth seemed to have caused a missing ingredient to become evident, particularly again we come back to countries that are challenged with resources. As a result, the demand for tourism has become so humongous in some places that it requires instant responses for which countries are incapable of doing, and therefore they have to import. And so they are importing all the inputs of the industry on the supply side. When that happens, that's when leakages, because the tourism dollar comes in from the acquisition of the tourists and the arrival of the plane and the ship. And then it goes out when you have to purchase all the things that the tourist needs. So a strategy must be developed for recipient countries to be able to supply against the demand that tourism provides, thus retaining the revenues and the expenditures from tourism. And in Jamaica, we have developed a whole strategy towards this. It's about, first of all, building the human capacity, building the ability of your people to generate new ideas and to convert those ideas to material value at a price. To be able to, secondly, create a financial window to enable credit so that when those ideas again are come, they can find recourse in investment. And thirdly, to provide an infrastructure for marketing to enable that those creative products can in fact be showcased and can be marketed. And when you put those three together, you are now creating true capacity, and you are enabling what I call the plugging of the leakages. And the method is what I call creating the linkages. The linkages is about the value chain. It's about getting the local people, the natives, to own the experience and to be able to provide the inputs that the industry needs. And thereby, the linkages are created. So my job in Jamaica now is to plug the leakage by providing the linkage.
Very interesting points, and I appreciate you taking a moment to speak to us today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you.